Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the channel and thank you for watching my videos. I got some bad news for you and some good news. First, the bad news. Let's get that out of the way. Well, for circumstances that are kind of out of my control, I'm abruptly ending Sonic Month. Some things going on here personally, and I don't know. It just kind of felt right. I finished Sonic Mania, and here I'm gonna give you my thoughts, of course. But yeah, I won't be playing any more Sonic games for the rest of the month. I'm gonna just continue on with the schedule. Well, actually, with no schedule, pretty much. I'm just gonna pick random games, stream them, and once in a while, I'll probably do a video or two. I know some people are actually wanting me to do either Sonic fan games and the Chow Editor 2. Those are some of the requests I got to make videos. And I'm really sorry that I'm not going to be making them because, well, like I said, some personal things here at home. And another one is because, I don't know, I just wasn't feeling it. And I was kind of like forcing that kind of, I was forcing that content pretty much to get made. But, I'll save it for November, which is when Sonic Forces 2, Sonic Forces 2. I'll save it for when Sonic Forces comes out, and that's when we're gonna have definitely another Sonic month. We're gonna ramp it up and once again get back to the Sonic marathon, as it were, to keep playing every single Sonic game. So, with that out of the way, the good news is that we're still here. We're still making videos, and I got a Sonic review for you. So, here are my thoughts finally on Sonic Mania. I was messing around, making dumb little joke videos I was doing. I did one where I just say go buy the game, and I made another one where I just complain about the color of Sonic. That it was kind of like, it's not like this is not the real color of Sonic in Sonic Mania. It's like it's a lot lighter. Kind of like the blue hero that my fan. My PC is emitting. So, anyways, Sonic Mania. Let's get to the Sonic Mania. Let's get to the review. All right. So Sonic Mania, it shares a lot of similarities with Mega Man 9. I was, when I was like trying to write down my thoughts on this, I was like, you know what? This is kind of like Mega Man 9, except only it's made by fans, and Mega Man 9 was made by Capcom proper, but it just feels the same. It feels like they're both were made with like a key thought in mind. It's bring back a classic franchise, updated and with a few things, a few tropes, but keep the feel, keep the look of it. Like just a few updates. Obviously, these games are not possible in the machines they're emulating, kind of emulating, which is the Sega Genesis and the NES. Sonic Mania, the team behind Sonic Mania managed to squeeze like so much out of the Sonic formula. It's amazing. They even took some segments from the Genesis games, which were, for example, an example I give in my written review. I'm taking my written review and pretty much using that as kind of like a script for this. So one boss battle that really stuck out to me. There's a ton of them. I could pick any of the boss fights and say, this really stands out. But one of them to me that really stands out is the Hydro City boss, where you're, and the current is taking you, and you gotta hit these bombs in order to hit Robotnik, who's behind you, chasing you with a like a turbine mech suit or whatever. But what I mean by that impacting me is that they took something so simple. Think back at the Genesis games, and those segments were pretty much just kind of like looped. It's like if they made a boss battle with just loop-de-loops. It's this segment that's supposed to be flashy. It's not meant to really contain any kind of like meaningful gameplay other than it looking kind of cool. It really wasn't something meant to like, it's not part of the main game. It's just like little segments in the game that make it look flashy. And out of that tiny segment, they say, you know what? Let's make a boss battle out of this. That's really cool. That's the mindset that this game has. It's like let's take all those things that were not, properly exploited in the early Sonic games, and let's just, expand upon it. That's what sequels do. That's amazing. It's smart level design. Bottom line. So another thing I really like about this game, like even when such a short story, like even if you can call it that, it manages to explore even deeper into the Sonic universe. In a meaningful way, not like other games. Other Sonic games pretty much, their way of expanding the universe is adding characters. And yeah, of course, if you're gonna expand the universe, you kind of have to add characters. But this game does both things. It adds a kind of new characters. Like I guess the hard-boiled heavies are the new characters here. No, it doesn't take away from the story. But anyways, so what I mean is that they expand is the new Ruby thing. I forgot to look up the name of the. Oh, it's the Phantom Ruby. Sorry, the Phantom Ruby is something that really expands the universe, because like think about it, this world Sonic and his friends inhabit is, that's part of it. Where they live, it's just part of the whole world they're in. They're in like, let's say they're on a planet like Earth, the size of Earth. They can find so many things within it. So these guys say, okay, we're gonna make this new, not emerald, a ruby. That's pretty cool. And it has its own properties and its own powers. That's amazing. That's really cool. Think about Sonic 3 and Knuckles when they added the Super Emeralds. To me, that was like it just blew my freaking mind. I was like, whoa, like there's Super Emeralds now? Like, oh my god. And also, in Sonic 2, there was just the Chaos Emeralds, and in Sonic 1 as well, just Chaos Emeralds. But then Sonic 3, when Knuckles came along, they like the Master Emerald as well. That was a big deal. Like Sonic 2 was planned to have apparently the Master Emerald, but they didn't. They ended up scrapping it. But yeah, that is great. That's how you do it. Also in Sonic Adventure, not to leave out the don't want to leave out the 3D games. So in Sonic Adventure 2, when you see that you can do other things other than just power yourself up with the emeralds, and you don't just need to hold all of them to have certain power. And what I'm alluding to is chaos control. As much as it's convoluted, and later like Sonic could do it, Silver apparently does it as well. Like, what is it, like a hedgehog thing? I don't know, whatever. But still, it's kind of cool. So yeah, I mentioned the hard-boiled heavies earlier, and they're just great bosses. Like, they're just so good. I love the Studiopolis boss battle. That one is so good. And of course the Mirage Saloon one, the one that references those old Sonic characters that are just forgotten. It's just so fun to fight all these guys. It's so fun, and I love the theme. Like, I love the music, the track that's playing while you're fighting them. It's just so good. I'm probably just gonna put it throughout this whole video. Fuck it. That's gonna be the theme of this whole video. Anyways, yeah, because Sonic was kind of in need of some bosses to fight. Because look at Sonic Lost World. Sonic Lost World. Oh god, what was the name of these guys? I forgot. The Deadly 6 or whatever, Deadly 5. I forgot. Fuck them. Those guys are just so stupid. Like, it's so generic. It's like someone drew them up in like 5 minutes. They're like, all right, here we go. We got a tough guy. We're gonna have a skinny guy. We're gonna have a fat guy. We're gonna have a girl. And it's just so dumb. But these guys, they're just really cool, and I love how their name, Hard-Boiled Heavies, obviously like alluding to hard-boiled eggs. It's just genius. It's just so good. And of course Sonic Boom, like that lyric guy. Lyric, I guess, like you would think a goddamn snake in like a battle armor or mech suit, whatever. You would think that'd be awesome, but no, this is shit. Um, Anyways, moving on. The special stages. God damn it, I love the special stages in this game. They're just so good. And going into it, I was kind of nervous because I hated the Sonic CD ones. I hate them. I still do. I play Sonic CD in the channel. I went inside one or two of these, maybe more than one or two, but I went inside those special stages and I just thought they were just hot garbage. I don't like them. Maybe if I got good at them, maybe I'd probably enjoy them a little more, but I don't know. To me, Sonic 2's half pipe were still the best. I know they have problems because, you know, sometimes you just don't see what's coming at you. But again, when you kind of learn the pattern or the thought process behind them, you get pretty good at them. Anyways, yeah, whatever. So the special stages here in Sonic Mania, they're just so damn good. Having said that, of Sonic CD, they actually just take what was great about those special stages and they improve upon them so much. It's so good. You know, they don't complicate it. It's not complicated at all. It's just really good. At first I thought it was kind of mean that it took one item to speed up and another to stay in the special stage, but that just adds an extra layer of like, oh shit, what do I do? And I'm probably not gonna edit. Fuck it. I'm just gonna throw this video on YouTube. Fuck it. I'm just too lazy. I'm sorry guys. A lot of stuff going on here, but bear with me. We're gonna continue on. Okay, yeah, special stages, real good. The sphere, the blue sphere levels are really good. I mean, they take the originals and kind of like, I don't think they changed some of the originals, but they add new ones, and that's really cool. And I just enjoy doing them. I was like playing the game, and half the time I was in those goddamn stages. It was really cool. It's just getting the perfect run, getting all the rings and the blue spheres, and getting that gold medal. Oh, it was just so damn good. Okay, you're probably thinking at this point in the video, if you're still watching, thank you. You're probably thinking at this point in time, like, when the hell am I going to talk about the graphics? When the hell am I going to talk about the controls? And, you know, this and that. But, like, really, this is like a review. I'm trying to make this review a little different because you know already, you pretty much know already if this game is for you or not. Like, just look at the footage, just look at, you know, and everyone else has already like reviewed this game and said that the controls are tight, the graphics are great, the music is great. And so what I'm trying to do is just, you know, give you my thoughts on, you know, more of the nuanced things, more of the, you know, the little details, the things that stood out to me, and, you know, just, you know, my thoughts on all that separate stuff. Because you are, like, again, you already know if this game is for you or not. So, real quick, I don't want to delve too much into this, but there's this notion going around on the internet right now, but that this game is the only good Sonic game we've gotten between the Genesis games and now. Okay, so that is obviously complete bullshit. Whoever's saying that, like, really has no idea, is not a Sonic fan, and is not, you know, really cared about Sonic. A lot of Sonic hate going around lately. Well, actually, for all time. And I guess, you know, I don't want to say understand it, but I do understand it, because a lot of Sonic games have been pretty bad. Let's be honest. You know, Sonic 06, blah blah. You know which ones are the bad ones. So, but going back to that thing of like, oh, there were no good Sonic games other than the Genesis ones and this one. I would only accept that if they would rephrase it to, I only like classic Sonic games, so finally we get a good Sonic game. Okay, fair enough. But even if that were the case, I would argue with this, I'll just pull this. Let's see. I'm just gonna grab this real quick. Sorry. Professional YouTuber. Oh, away. Anyways, I would just say, bitch. There's look at this. 3 Sonic Advance games. All of them kick major ass. They're all really good. Okay? So, and then bada bing bada boom, you got these kick ass Sonic Rush games. Great 2D fun, and I don't know. On the 3DS, well, you're shit out of luck. Okay, there's generations, but I don't know. I guess you could count that. But what I'm trying to get at is that the 2D Sonic tradition has been kind of being kept alive through the portables, and even some of the console games have like had some 2D segments that keep that 2D Sonic formula alive. Granted, it's not as good as Sonic Mania. I'll give you that. But come on, don't be that way. Anyways, all it is, it's a bandwagon, and people just love to jump on those. So ignore all that. So okay, conclusion. Let's just wrap this up. Anyways, at the end of the day, what's amazing is not the fact that we got a good Sonic game. That's not amazing. Sonic Generations was really good. Colors was good. I haven't finished it. A little confession of mine. I haven't finished Colors. Unleashed was, the daytime stages were good, and the brawling stages. I'm not gonna defend them, but there's way worse games out there. That's all I'm gonna say. And it also, what doesn't surprise me is that we got a classic game, because Sega once in a while tries to do that with Sonic 4, Episode 1 and 2. The portable games, the portable games in themselves, try to recapture the 2D classics. They try to do that while trying to do newer things. And that's another thing. I commend Sega and Sonic Team as well. They always try to do new things. But then this time, I guess they're like, okay, fine. I guess they don't want to do the same thing over and again. They didn't want to do the same thing. So again, that's not the surprise right there. What really has me super surprised about this game is that it actually surpasses the classics. Think of all the gaming franchises we know and love: Legend of Zelda, Super Metroid, Mario, Mega Man, all those franchises. The favorites are always the older ones. Like, it's always the older ones that steal the spotlight. Before, it was these Genesis games back here. Those were the best ones. But with this game, what this game has done, Sonic Mania, to me at least, in my opinion, has surpassed the classics. And that rarely ever happens, man. Like, Mega Man 9 did not surpass its predecessor. Well, to my opinion, it is, it is better than the NES ones. But that's just my opinion, and rarely does anyone, everyone just keeps saying, oh, Mega Man 2 and 3. And that's fine, that's the general idea. Legend of Zelda, Breath of the Wild, for a lot of people it did surpass the previous games, but to me it didn't. But let's not take that one. Let's take, for example, Link Between Worlds, which was the sequel to Link to the Past. My personal favorite, Legend of Zelda. Really good sequel, but did not surpass the original. Again. So, Sonic Mania did what is the near impossible by surpassing the predecessors, alright? So that's what has me super surprised, that I actually like a modern, that I liked a game, a newer game in the franchise that to me is near and dear. I mean, come on, look at this, to my heart. That's the amazing part. So yeah, that's one hell of an accomplishment to me. Uh, and again, maybe it's time. Maybe this is a signal to all the game developers out there with classic franchises that they just don't know what to do with them. Maybe it's time to let the fans make these games. You know, like the fans know what made them so special, because it seems like sometimes companies don't know what makes their games so special in the first place, especially because the developers themselves leave, you know. And here's the case. It's the case here with Sonic, you know, Yuji Naka, and I don't know who else probably left. But anyways, all right, guys, that wraps it up. That's it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. Again, Sonic Month is abruptly ended, but you know, don't worry. Sonic Forces is coming out soon, November, and we'll have ourselves another Sonic Month. And we'll, you know, continue on the playing of every single Sonic game. I'm on a mission, by the way, to play every single Sonic game out there. At least the ones that I can get my hands on. And again, thank you so much for watching my videos. The live streams will continue. Don't worry, I'll just pick random games. Fuck it. That's the cool thing, you know. Pick random games, whatever. Let's go. Let's do this. All right, guys. Take care.